Following these developments from Hong Kong. This was quite the diplomatic standoff for a while. We had, one correspondent was sort of taking shelter in the embassy in Beijing, another one was in the consulate in Shanghai, and diplomats trying to work out this resolution over a number of days. So take it from there. What happened?
Yeah, very dramatic developments. This is another significant setback for overseas media in China. We have these two Australian correspondents pulled out of the country by their own employers after Chinese police demanded to interview them. Now, the two correspondents are Bill Birtles of the ABC based in Beijing and Mike Smith of the Australian Financial Review based in Shanghai. Last Wednesday, 7 Chinese police officers went to their apartments in Beijing and Shanghai and told them that they were placed under an exit ban, that they were banned from leaving the country. In order to lift that ban, they agreed to be interviewed by Chinese authorities on Sunday. They were sheltering inside the Australian consulate and the Australian embassy for days when they finally departed on Monday night and arrived, touching down in Sydney this morning. You played that soundbite by Bill Birtles there at the Sydney International Airport expressing relief. We also have new sound from Mike Smith. Listen to this exchange, especially when he answers the question posed by a journalist whether he felt threatened while he was in China.
Did you feel threatened at all when you were over there?
A little bit, yes. It was a complicated experience, but it's great to be here.
Mike Smith answered to the question whether he felt threatened, quote, a little bit. Now, Gavin Morris, the news director of ABC, did issue a statement on the reasons why the network decided to pull Bill Birtles, its correspondent, out of the country. We'll bring up the statement for you. In this statement, Gavin Morris says this, quote, the ABC has brought back China correspondent Bill Birtles to Australia following advice from the Australian government. This bureau is a vital part of the ABC's international news gathering effort, and we aim to get back there as soon as possible. The story of China, its relationship with Australia, and its role in our region and the world is one of great importance for all Australians. We want to continue having our people on the ground to cover it. Now, the editor, as well as the editor-in-chief of the Australian Financial Review, also released a statement on its decision pulling out its correspondent Mike Smith from Shanghai. Let's bring up this statement for you. In it, it says, quote, we are glad that Mike Smith, our correspondent, has been based in Shanghai for 2.5 years, and Bill Birtles from the ABC have made a safe return to Australia this morning. This incident targeting 2 journalists who were going about their normal reporting duties is both regrettable and disturbing and is not in the interest of a cooperative relationship between Australia and China, unquote. Now, their dramatic departure comes after the detention of another Australian journalist, Cheng Lei. She was the anchor for CGTN, the state-run news network. She was detained last month. The circumstances around her detention unclear. Also unclear why these 2 Australian journalists were questioned and why they were put under that exit ban. Back to you.
Kristie, thank you. Appreciate that. Kristie Lu Stout live for us in Hong Kong.